What's up, YouTube? I'm back. This is your boy Ross the PC Kid. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but this video gonna be about building a PC for under $500. So up first, I'm gonna go with the FX 4130. Now I can see why this CPU ain't very popular in the PC gaming community, because on a lot of sites this processor is overpriced. I see this processor around $89, and why would you pick up a 4-core for $89 when you can get a 6-core for roughly around $100? But if you live near a Micro Center, this processor comes in around $39.99, and for that price, guys, it's a steal because it's a 4-core processor, and a lot of games are taking advantage of more cores. But the only drawback about this CPU, it doesn't come with a CPU cooler, so if you don't got one extra one lying around the house, you will have to pick up an aftermarket one. And the reason I'm going with the 4-core, because like I said, it's a 4-core processor. And now if you want to go with something like an i3, that is a dual-core processor, but it comes with hyper-threading, so it acts like 4 cores. You should be just fine in gaming. Now for the CPU cooler, I'm going to go with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. Now this is a great CPU cooler. It comes in around $34.99. And if you're going to pick up the 4130, I highly recommend overclocking the 4130. Like I said, I had a 4130 with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 in one of my previous builds, and I got it up to 4.5 gigahertz, and I was running games pretty fine. So I know you'll be just fine if you pick up one of these CPU coolers, and you can get your 4130 definitely to at least 4 gigahertz, 4.2. But like I said, that depends on the chip. And for the motherboard, I'm going with the Gigabyte GA-970A-S3P. Now this motherboard comes in around $59.99. It's a great motherboard. It's fully packed with features, USB 3.0, and it supports 32 gigabytes of RAM. And it supports Crossfire if you're going to be running Crossfire, but I doubt it if you're going to be putting it in a $500 build. But something's upgradable, so that's why I like the board. If you are thinking about upgrading the board down the line, or upgrading the graphics card, you want dual graphics card, adding a different CPU, this board supports the whole lineup of FX processors, so you can put anywhere between the 4-core, the 6-core, or the 8-core processor in this motherboard. And for the RAM, I want the G-Skill 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is running at 2133. Now this RAM comes in around $57.99. Now the reason I want 8 gigs over 4 gigs, because now games are taking advantage of more than 4 gigs of RAM. You see a lot of games like GTA 5, I think it's 6 gigs. Witcher 3, the minimum specs is 6 gigs. So 8 gigs is definitely kind of sweet spot in today's build. So if you think about being a gaming PC, try to get 8 gigs of RAM. And for the graphics card, now a lot of YouTubers don't want to include eBay into building a cheap gaming PC, but if you look on eBay, you can find some good graphics card deals, or good GPUs like this R9 270X made by Sci-Fi. This is the Vapor X version. You get this card for around $130. You probably can find cheaper if you really look around, but the only drawback about eBay is be conscious who you buying it from. So if you see somebody with a lot of negative feedback, I wouldn't recommend buying anything from them. Up next, I'm going with the 1 terabyte Seagate hard drive running at 7200 RPM. This drive comes in around $36.99. This is a refurbished drive, but guys, don't be scared to buy used and refurbished parts. If you're building a cheap PC, it can save you a lot of money. And for the case, this case is made by raidmax. This is a Stingray. This case comes in around $29.99. It's a pretty decent case for the price, and I really like the looks of it. That's why I went with it. For the power supply, I'm going with the evga 500 watt power supply. This should be more than enough power to run your system, and I highly recommend going with a name brand power supply. This to avoid issues down the line. This power supply comes in around $57, so that should bring you over a total of $446.94. If you want to add an optical drive, it's completely up to you. Just add an extra $20 on there, and you should be all set. But like I said, optical drive is not really a must in the PC build, and plus if you try and build on a budget. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm out of here. Peace.